In the next few minutes, I'm gonna show you how to have better balance, keep your hands in the proper position, and protect yourself during your next ILKB workout. Now listen, a lot of times when people start learning kickboxing and they're doing it for fun or fitness, they think about their legs. They're thinking about their legs so much, they forget about their hands, what their arms are doing, and what their hands are doing, okay? So this takes a little practice to get used to, okay? And I see it all the time. People will kick and their hands will fly around, and they're really, because they're not thinking about their hands. Their hands go in all kinds of different places, okay? And there's a lot of reasons you want to make sure you control your hand position. Number one is balance. If my hands are flying around like this as I'm trying to execute on one leg, right, it's gonna pull me over. I'm going to be off balance, and an off balance fighter is not in a good position, right? If they get hit, they're probably gonna fall down. Plus, they're not able to fire a strike back if they're balanced. So we have to have balance is so key. One of my trainers taught me balance and rhythm are the two most important parts of fighting, right? So, but we have to have balance. I know you guys aren't fighting. We're learning this skill right here for fitness, but we have to have good balance. The second thing is we need to be able to protect ourselves. It's obvious. Keep your hands up, right? Hands at home, we call it. Keep those hands up and those elbows in. And a lot of times when you're kicking, when you're in action, those hands start to come out, okay? I mean, I have that habit too. It happens to me. I have to concentrate, and I have to do some of the same drills I'm telling you right now to help myself when I was training for my bouts, to make sure I don't get my elbows out. My trainer, my big brother was my trainer, and he would say, you gotta keep those elbows in, keep those elbows in, especially when you're kickboxing and there's knee strikes coming at you, kicks coming at you, punches coming at you. You have to keep those elbows in, okay? And the third part, and the most important part, I think, is being able to counter back quickly. If I want to hit this bag and my hand is way over here, it's such a far distance to get to the target that it's gonna be slow. It's probably not gonna be executed with the proper technique to have the right power. It's just gonna be in a bad position. So we gotta keep the hands in the right position. And here's how you do it. You can use a prop. And I love using the boxing gloves. These are actually built-in little tools that you can use if you know how to use them. You can use this for a lot of different things, okay? You don't have to use it just for punching the bag, okay? And I'm gonna show you. My trainer used to do this with me, and I used to use a medicine ball, a heavy, you could use a dumbbell, you could use a lot of things for this drill, but it's really simple. I'm gonna keep the glove here. Elbows in, boom. This simulates like my hands are up right here, my chin tucked, boom, in between. So here, so I can work some kicks on the bag holding this glove right here and make sure it doesn't come down. So I'm right here. So now I'm thinking about the glove. Now I have to kick, and I'm not forgetting about my hands. So watch, here I am, and I'm gonna work my kick, keeping that glove here, just like that. Maybe my front kick. I'll mix up those kicks, move it around. Side kick, front kick, round kicks, keeping that glove. And I notice I can feel my hands starting to come out and in, and I can tell, oh, this glove is helping keep me reminded, keep those elbows in and glove up, right? Glove up, right? Easy. So here, so take the glove. Next time you're working your kicks on the bag, take your glove and practice for a whole round, moving in between the kicks, light on the feet, and keep that glove up. Do not let that glove fall down like this, okay? Now, let me show you, that's kicking, right? Real simple. I could keep the glove under here. I could put two gloves under there and keep it like that. If someone is really getting chicken wingy with their hands, right? Their elbows are coming out. Oh, we can put those gloves right under here. You could use a hand pad for this. You could use a magazine. You could use a book, and you could put those, make someone put those elbows in. Now I can't pull my elbows out. I'm moving, chin down, moving around, working my kicks, keeping those right here. If I drop the glove, 10 push-ups, 10 burpees, shame on me. Just kidding. Having fun with it, right? Building those habits, using these props, okay? Another way to do it is punching, right? And I'll just slip this glove on and I'll do a few punches. I know we were talking about kicks, and I started the video with kicks, but the principle's the same with boxing too, with punching. You have to keep your hands up and your elbows in, okay? You don't wanna get your hands out like this, or those elbows flying out, okay? So we have to keep them in. So, for example, here, I will keep my elbow in here, this hand protecting my face. We have a little saying I like to say in kickboxing, if you will remember this, one connecting while one is protecting. Okay, I'll say it again. One punch is connecting, one strike while the other is protecting. So when I throw a jab, look at this hand. I don't want to hear, I'm not protecting anything, I want to hear. Okay, so one connecting, one protecting. Just remember these little rhymes, these little word tracks, these little rhymes really help me when I'm training. While I'm training, I'll say, oh, one connect, one protect. I'll just keep going. And I'll say that word track every single time. So one connecting, one protecting. By the way, if you like these tips, subscribe to our channel. We'll feed you these tips each week. We'll give you a lot of cool stuff. Please subscribe, help us out. Thank you so much. Okay, anyway, so back to the boxing. Here we go. I'm gonna use this prop. This is under my arm, and I'm gonna strike the bag here, moving around. Notice how I'm keeping this here. Just like that. I'm gonna work my jab, maybe work the hook, move my head some. I can throw the kick in there, moving around, light on the feet, right? I'm keeping, as you see, I'm keeping this elbow right here. I'm telling you, this will tremendously help you get your hands and arms in the right position. One more little trick for you before we go today. I was speaking with a colleague just recently, and he talked about how tiring your arms can be holding them up for a very long time. And yes, it can get exhausting. It is a workout, especially if you added some weight to it. If I had a dumbbell or a medicine ball or was just keeping my weight there. But one trick that I learned a long time ago is try to rest your elbows on your body and relax your shoulders. When your shoulders come up and get tense, they're going to get tired, and tense muscles are slow muscles. Okay, that's a good saying. I think I just made that up. Tense muscles are slow muscles. They're not gonna be quick and explosive and snappy, elastic like a rubber band. You want it to be like, right? Like a whip. So look, relax your shoulders. Don't have them up like that. Relax your shoulders and let those elbows just rest right there. Now I take my chin and I place it or down here. So now look, I'm protected right there. Everything's in this little shell. So when I'm like this, see, I'm ready. I'm really protected here. I don't have to move a lot to block here, and I'm not gonna get so exhausted because I'm not out like this. If I get out like this, now I'm holding my arms up. I'm using my shoulders to hold my arms up. And I'm just gonna get tired. So let's just keep them right here. Light on the feet, right? Chin tucked down. Little rule, hands up, chin down. Hands up, chin down, right? We don't want the chin up like that. Hands up, chin down. If you were to get hit, it'd be up here, not here, right? So let's get the chin, just take it, go down. Eyes are up. Chin down, but eyes are up. Don't look down. Eyes are up on the target. Here we are. Elbows are relaxed in athletic position, knees bent, ready to explode. Relaxed muscles are fast muscles. Tense muscles are slow muscles. You got it. So let's make sure we keep those shoulders and my hands relaxed. You'll notice my hands are not even closed. And in a boxing glove, this is so, I wish I'd learned these tips, these things 20 years ago, right? If your hands are so tense, tightly shut, so you can't really tell in this glove, my hand's not even closed. It's relaxed. Now, will I close it when I punch? 100%. When I hit the bag, everything tightens up. My stomach, my core tightens up. I close my hand, I try to get those knuckles. Even though there's a lot of padding, it's very forgiving, which is nice when you're learning. It's very forgiving. I still want to try to hit with those big knuckles on the top of my hand right up here. Those two big fat knuckles, the fattest ones you have, that's what you want to strike with. If I did not have the glove on, boom. Look, I'm still driving that big fat knuckle into the bag, okay? So when you get those gloves on, even though you've got a lot of forgiveness with the pad, try your very, very, very best to rotate that hand. We call it turn those hammers over so that you hit with those knuckles. So back to balance, back to keeping the hands in the right position. Let's close it up here. Keep the hands in position. Use the prop. Let's review. Let's use the glove as a prop to remind you to keep those hands in position. You can use it here or you can use them here. Just keep that chin down, right? This drill right here is one of my favorites. I look, my eyes are right over it. I'm not covering my eyes up. Right here, boom, and working that bag, boom. Good, I can double up my kicks. Keeping those hands right here. That is the magic. If you do this, you're gonna have your hands in the right position to strike quickly, because if I'm back here, I can't do it. I can strike quickly, I'm gonna have better balance, and I'm gonna be able to fire back, have better balance, and be faster on those counters, okay? You can do this, okay? Thanks so much. Hope to see you soon. Have a great kickboxing class. Let's go.